What's up, guys? It's Zach the Celtics guy here. I'm back with another video, and I know it's been a long time since I've done one of those legal lessons videos, and I wanted to touch base on that topic in particular, and with one particular topic in this legal lessons episode. I want to do those, kind of move away from political stuff and world affairs for a little bit. I want to touch base on the issue of wrong way driving, and I'm sure that with this video being uploaded, I'm going to upload my recreation that I just created just now about how I would respond if I was an officer to a wrong way driving incident. And I wanted to talk about that because it's something that it's another thing that I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about law, geography, psychology, and whatnot. I currently work in mental health, but I wanted to touch base on that because this is very interesting to me topic-wise, but at the same time, this is something that is very, very disturbing, something that is very, very scary, something that is detrimental to the safety of others. The issue of wrong way driving. Now, we've all made mistakes behind the wheel many different times. Some mistakes are unavoidable. You know, we didn't see the stop sign, we didn't see the red light turns red in the midst of it turning yellow or whatever. Like, that's all well and good. You might get a warning, whatever. But when it comes to something as so detrimental as wrong way driving, then this is when we cross into the territory of you're either impaired or you're just straight up reckless, because wrong way driving is not a mistake that you make sober 9 times out of 10. And when you drive on the wrong side of the road in the opposite direction of oncoming traffic, you're this close to getting into a head-on collision depending on how many cars are coming. It's one of the most dangerous and potentially deadly acts that there is that you could possibly make behind the wheel. And this isn't just like, oh, you accidentally went down a wrong way street, or you went down a one-way street on the wrong way or something. Like, no, that's not the issue here. The issue here is people who go up the exit ramp. So, like, have you ever seen, like, when you get onto the highway, like, one side of the highway, this bound, is facing the opposite direction, but it says wrong way, and then this side is the way you go. But if you go wrong way in this direction onto a highway, do you have any idea how potentially devastating and catastrophic that could possibly be if you get into an accident at those speeds, at the speeds on a highway, on going the wrong way? No. That's not a mistake you make sober. Because even if you did attempt to go up an on-ramp that said wrong way, if you were sober and you were there and you were conscientious to what the fuck you were doing, you would say, oh shit, I'm going the wrong way, I'm going to turn around. But no, some of these wrong way drivers, they keep going up the ramp until they're actually onto the highway, going on the wrong side of the highway. So I'm not interested in playing the game of, oh my god, these brutal methods to deal with these people, like when police try to box them in, because this is what I was showing here, and that's the best way to handle it as a police officer. Now, obviously, I'm not one myself. I'm majorly interested in law enforcement and policing and legal stuff, and I have a lot of respect for law enforcement. Yes, I know that's rare. Someone as a lefty like me, but that's besides the point. Someone who works in mental health and very interested in the law. But I wanted to touch base on this because it needs to be said, and this is how it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be dealt with by any means necessary. Do you think that someone who is, and again, it's not like someone made a wrong turn onto the wrong side of like a street or something. No. In that situation, a cop should just say, you're going the wrong way, right? You need to turn around. Let's have a conversation and see whether or not you're impaired or something like that. No, that's like a minor mistake or whatever. But when it comes to getting on the wrong side of the freeway or the expressway or something, oh no. Me as Officer Zach, me on highway patrol, if I saw that, you saw my video that I created, my recreation, how I was like, get on the ground, get on the fucking ground right now. Because that's what I would do. That's what I would do in the situation. And you know, there are some cops that probably would draw guns at a wrong way driver car because 9 times out of 10, they're impaired and the police are not going to take any chances with someone on the wrong side of the fucking freeway. They're not going to take any chances with that because you know 9 times out of 10, they're probably impaired and we want to get them stopped by any means necessary. Tell them to shut off the car, get out of the fucking car before you fucking kill someone or whatever. Like whatever you have to do to get a wrong way driver stopped and get them out before they kill somebody, before they kill somebody or cause devastating injury. So no, I don't care whether you do it at gunpoint. I don't care if you're screaming at them, telling them to get out of the fucking car. Well, first off, what would I do? I don't care which way you do it, but how I would do it, I wouldn't necessarily draw a gun right away because I think using a gun as a police officer should only be used as a last resort. But am I opposed to that? Not necessarily because of this. And the reason is because, you know, using it as a last resort, like I said, but it's kind of a mixed bag because it's like, when you're driving on the wrong side of the freeway, you are an existential threat to the other traffic around you that is trying to avoid hitting you head on and possibly losing their lives. People's bodies, and I don't mean to get graphic here, but there have been people's bodies that have been turned into fucking mush because they got into head-on collisions at 70, 75, 80 miles an hour. You don't survive at those speeds in a head-on car crash. You do not survive at those speeds. You will not make it. So there's an existential threat of immediate death, immediate grievous bodily harm. So what should a police officer do in that instance? No, I'm not in favor of them just walking over to the car, being like, playing all nicey nice, like, hey, how you doing? No, this isn't a simple traffic stop at this point. This isn't, hi, I'm Officer X, Y, and Z, I'm stopping you because of X, Y, and Z. No. When you're a wrong way driver on the wrong side of the highway and you do that, me as Officer Zach, I'm gonna say, turn off the car, get out of the car before you fucking kill someone. Get out of the car now, like I said there. And yes, that is a very common police response. That is a very common police response to wrong way drivers because of how egregious and how serious the offense is. That's number one. So, number one, the main goal is to try to box them in to prevent them from taking off and eluding and putting even more people's lives in danger. That's probably another reason for drawing a gun at them or whatever. Like I said, I would only draw a gun as a last resort, but whatever. Every officer's different. I, as Officer Zach of Highway Patrol, would, if I was in that situation, I wouldn't do it right away, but I would be, but holy shit, I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't draw a gun necessarily right away, but holy shit, I would be as, oh boy, I would be as harsh and loud as fucking humanly possible. I'd be screaming at them, telling them get out of the fucking car before they fucking kill someone. Surrender your keys, surrender your license, get out of the fucking car before you kill someone. I'd be doing that. I'd be getting them out of that car by any means necessary. And then, you know, we'd have to wait to what's the next option. If they refuse to get out, then maybe draw your gun, and maybe break the window, and then rip them out of the car, put them on the ground, and then they try to resist. I mean, that's what you got to do. And then you have to find out whether or not they're impaired, because 9 times out of 10, a wrong way driver is impaired. So you would have to see where the wrong way driver is coming from, and if you see headlights in the distance, you want to get closer, activate the emergency lights, then get over, then you get over, and then you try to get behind them, and then you start to try to get them to the side, maybe do a pit maneuver, and then try to box them in to prevent them from taking off. Then you get out, and then you tell them, get out of the fucking car before you kill someone, throw the keys out, get out of the car, like get out of the car now! And then tell them to show your hands, like put your hands out the window. The best solution to prevent a wrong way driver from taking off is demanding, like put your hands out the window! Tell them to put their hands out the window, so that way you know they're not going anywhere. Oof. But yeah, no, that's what you do. Then you find out whether or not they're impaired. Then tell them, get out, interlock your fingers, put your hands where I can see them, and everything else. Put your hands out, put your hands where I can see them, and everything else, and then find out whether or not they're impaired. And if they're impaired, I'd arrest them, DUI, DWI. Definitely I would charge them with reckless driving, driving to endanger. Wrong way driving is reckless driving by every stretch of the imagination. Like, I'm sorry, but no one can tell me otherwise. What's the definition of driving to endanger or reckless driving? Reckless driving is driving in a dangerous manner, or driving to endanger, driving to the endangerment of others. Wrong way driving is textbook definition of it, especially if it's done on the highway. And then I'd go as far as to do that, or at the very, very minimum, I'd be citing them at least $500. Minimum $500, maybe $1,000, depending on how serious the threat is. So, yeah, no, I would not show a wrong way driver mercy. I would not show reckless individuals any kind of mercy, because they don't deserve mercy. Did they show mercy when they chose to risk their own lives and risk other innocent human beings' lives? It's just like, if you want to risk your own life, go right ahead, but don't risk my life, don't risk other innocent human beings' lives, don't risk a potential family member's life, someone else's family members. Because it's not like wrong way drivers and DUI suspects don't like kill entire families and destroy lives and cause thousands of dollars worth of property damage and cause grievous bodily injury that people barely even recover from. So yeah, I'm not going to show any kind of dangerous driving incident, any person involved in a wrong way driving pursuit or anything like that. I'm not going to show any kind of reckless driver, DUI, any kind of mercy, because they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. It's not a simple mistake at that point. It's not a simple mistake. It's something that you chose to do. And I would go as far as to say, if you are a DUI, if you drive under the influence or drive while impaired, you are by definition committing attempted manslaughter with a deadly weapon. Because you get behind the wheel of a car, impaired, and you get behind the wheel. A car is a deadly weapon. And you put yourself out there. You put yourself behind the wheel in public spaces, on the public roadways, on the public highways, and you choose to drive that vehicle, you know what you're doing. That's attempted manslaughter. Because the risk of killing someone else or grievously injuring someone else is existential. You're an existential threat to the roadways. You don't deserve any mercy. You don't deserve any mercy. You don't deserve to drive for at least 2 years. Minimum. One time, DUI, 2 years, minimum. Revoke their license, forfeit their vehicle, sell it off to auction. You do it the second time, that's it. Revoke them for good. Never, ever, ever let a DUI drive ever again. They do it one time, 2 years. Take away their license and vehicle. 2 years. They do it again, that's it. Life. Never drive again. And that's the way it should be. Because you see these fucking DUI suspects, even if they have their licenses revoked, they still do it. They still do it. Take away their vehicle. That's what I say. That's what I say. Because a lot of Anglo-Saxon countries, Canada and Australia in particular, have a thing called roadside sanctions, that they do this to like street racers, stunt drivers, and DUI, that they will literally just take away your license and vehicle on the spot. A lot of European countries do the same thing. That's what they should do. That's what they should do here. Because over there, they actually fucking enforce shit. So maybe they should start doing it over here. I don't know. Maybe something has to change. But I'm not going to show any mercy. I don't show any mercy for people who endanger other people's lives. If you want to risk your own life, go ahead. But don't do it and take other people with you. I'm sorry. That might sound fucking harsh, but I don't give a shit anymore. Like, I don't care. If you choose to endanger the lives of other innocent human beings, I have no sympathy for you, no respect for you, and you deserve everything coming your way. I don't care if they have 50 guns drawn at your head on the side of the highway. I don't give a shit. Because you deserve everything coming your way. And this is a lefty talking here. This is a lefty. This is someone who's center left. But you know what? This shouldn't even be about fucking left versus right or liberal versus conservative. This should be something that I think everybody should agree on. that you deserve to be apprehended by any means necessary to prevent you from going out there and killing some innocent human being. And if you do it, then you don't deserve any mercy. You do not. You do not deserve it. I don't care. So I'm not playing the oh, we should be humane, we should be respectful. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not interested in that. I don't give a fuck. You chose to do it, and this is what you get. And if you get a cop coming over, screaming at you, telling you to get out of the car before you fucking kill someone with a gun drawn to your car, I don't care. As a matter of fact, I think that's necessary. I think that's necessary. Because, number one, wrong-way drivers, 9 times out of 10, they're impaired. Number two, oftentimes you want to prevent them from taking off, right? They're already on the wrong side of the highway. They're already endangering multiple people's lives. You want them to get stopped by any means necessary, right? Okay, so then I don't see what the big deal is with the gun. I don't see what the big deal is. Like I said, it wouldn't be the response first off, because a gun shown to use as a last resort, but by all means, apprehend them by any means necessary. Tell them, get out of the car now, put your hands out the window, make sure I can see where your hands are, everything else. That's what I would do. Sometimes even in mental health, you have to be forceful. Sometimes you do. If there's an existential threat to someone's child or themselves or something, oh no, I have to be transparent. I have to raise my voice sometimes. Like sometimes I have to do that to restore order. Yes, even in mental health, when you're dealing with certain situations, you have to do this. Sometimes you have to take control, you have to take responsibility, and you have to show who's boss. You have to put your foot down, you have to show who's boss. This goes for law enforcement, this goes for psychology, mental health, you name it. If you are in charge of something and there's an existential threat to public safety, you put your foot down. It doesn't matter what other people think or how brutal you might come off. It doesn't matter. If you're saving people's lives or you're putting your foot down, then by all means do it. But by all means do it, and I encourage it. I've had to take control of many situations with many people that are very, very sick, very, very dangerous. I've been in many situations like that. So that's what you have to do. You have to take control. And that's what you should do. And I encourage that. And I respect law enforcement 100%. There's a lot of piece of shit cops out there. It's not like, they're not all like Derek Chauvin people. They're not all like it. Like, okay, yes, Derek Chauvin is a fucking piece of shit. He deserves to rot in fucking prison for what he did. No doubt about that. I agree with that 100%. But not all cops out there are like Derek Chauvin, okay? They're not all fucking reckless pieces of shit like him. So, let's cut to the chase and let's understand the fact that that's what they do. They put their lives on the line. They do. For us. In many situations in mental health, sometimes my job can be dangerous. 9 times out of 10, it's usually not. Sometimes in many serious situations, sometimes I even have to do that. Sometimes, if you work in public service, you have to take drastic measures. And you have to show who's boss. And you have to show that you got to put your foot down. And that we mean business. Because if other people's lives and safety is at stake, you put your foot down. And that's what you do. Take control of the situation. And just make sure that everyone's safe. As long as people are safe, that's really all that matters. So anyway, I just wanted to touch base on that topic of discussion. Thank you all for listening. This concludes episode 5 of Zach's Legal Lessons. How to apprehend wrong-way drivers, DUIs, whatever you want to name it, reckless drivers, whatever. I mean, just all sorts of different things. Anyway, I'm going to cut it here. Thank you all for listening. I'll be back with more videos, more content in the works. Stay tuned to find out more videos on the way. This is Zach, the Celtics guy, saying thank you for watching. See you all again next time in the next video stream or premiere. I'll talk to you guys again soon, and I'll see you all again next time. Drive safe, stay safe, and all the officers out there, thank you to them for their service, and to my fellow mental health care attendants out there, my thoughts are with you as well. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now. Peace out and have a good day.